Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. This video is about Virtual's protocol. Now, if you've not noticed, it has experienced a resurgence from a serious dip. Recently, months recently, the niche of AI agents plummeted quite tangibly, including Virtual's protocol, which is a launch pad for meme coins and AI agent tokens on Base. Now it has experienced a resurgence, and there is a reason for that. That is very interesting. New opportunities now out of Virtual's protocol, which we'll be looking at, and that's the reason for why there has been a resurgence. They've introduced something called Genesis launches. Specifically, okay, sorry about that. Virtual's protocol was not for meme coins, it's for AI agent tokens. I don't know how that crossed my mind. I just did a video about Radium's launch lab involving meme coins, so I think that got in my head. Okay, so they've introduced, it's basically a launch pad for AI agent tokens. Now, in the course of launching your AI agent token, you can also avail of features. For example, your AI agent may be able to manage an entire social media platform for your project, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, or Discord autonomously. It will also be able to manage a trading wallet. So really advanced AI agents when you make use of Virtual protocol. But they've introduced this, which has new mechanics entirely and presents a lot of opportunities. In fact, in the past 3 or 4 days, many of the launches here have experienced those, 10x, 20x. Yes, and there is a reason for that, as we're about to see. So you see that the format here is now different. There is a timeline to subscribe to this event, for example, which is the institution of a new AI agent token. You will see here it says 341% oversubscribed, telling you that there is interest. Now, this is not how it was before. Anyone could participate in the past. When the token is able to cumulatively bootstrap around 200,000 USD worth of market cap, it ends up listing on Uniswap. Now, Virtuals is on the Base chain. Okay. But now it's different. So here it says co-owning AI agents at a fixed 112,000 virtual or 182k USD. So this is referencing FDV, with equal early access for all virgins via Virgin Point pledges. Allocations are determined after a 24-hour point bidding period. If the funding goal isn't met, no tokens are minted, and all virtual and points are fully refunded. So in the previous format, you can get wrecked because your time of entry, let's say you found a token at a 200k market cap and you entered then, while others were able to find it at the very outset, say at a 5k market cap, and then they end up selling on you. Okay, now they've adjusted that with this model because everybody, I believe, will get in at the same entry. So it's now based on a subscription format. You have points that you can pledge as well as virtuals, indicating how much you want to contribute to the sale. Now you will see here that I have points. I've not used Virtual's protocol recently. These points were retroactively given to me based on past activity. So if you've used Virtuals in the past, it's likely you have points, meaning you don't have to generate them to be able to participate in case you see an opportunity as soon as today. So we'll be looking at this as a sample in the course of this video. Now, if I click here, you will see that here it says point history, 44 points expiring 15th of May. Now, I don't know why that is. Now, here it says diamond hand bonus, ape Genesis Huddle like a true degen, claim every 24 hours or miss the grind. How to earn points, just a moment. Trencher points. Earn points by trading in sentient and prototype agent tokens. So if we participate in one of those events, we'll earn points for that. Yapping points, earn points by yapping about virtual on Twitter. Now that's interesting. I didn't know that. So this post, I'll submit it as a yap. Virtual points, earn points by holding virtual tokens. So you see one reason why the virtual token has resuscitated in value. And earn points by staking Vadar tokens. Now, Vadar tokens are these tokens shown here. So any of these tokens, if you have them, which some of you may have, I think that I do have maybe one of the tokens here. If you stake that, it will start earning you points. But if you look at the distribution breakdown here, it looks like trading gives you the most points, followed by holding virtual, the token we saw earlier, native token of virtual's protocol, followed by staking Vadar tokens. Okay, now that we know how to earn points, let's quickly look at this diamond hand bonus. Hodl your tokens and you'll get rewarded with free points. It's a reward for staying strong, but there's a timer. Claim within 24 hours or the bonus disappears. TP cooldown, you've been winning hard. Time for a quick cooldown. Taking profit is part of the game. A brief cooldown on points keeps things fair for everyone. Long-term players always come out ahead. So taking profit on your Genesis allocation starts a cooldown. Point deduction depends on the percentage of profit taken and is restored over the cooldown period. Anyway, what is being said here is, they are trying to encourage you to hodl when you purchase a token on, whether on sentient or prototype. So let's go on to find out how to participate in an event here. This seemingly has interest, so let's click on it. Okay, so here, what does it show? The aim was likely to raise 400 committed, it was 42. Let me see the price. So let's say 43,000. Okay, 43,000 virtual, but has been oversubscribed because so far 148 virtual has been contributed. I would assume that the market cap will end up bigger, 3x over subscribed. So maybe the market cap will end up being like 500, let's say 500,000, the FDV. Let's put that aside. So you will see here what you pledge is points as well as virtual. It looks like your points is going to determine the size of your allocation, but all of you are entering at the same market cap. So that may be why the tokens have been faring well, because participants quite enter at the same market cap. But let's read this very quickly. So you pledge points. I can pledge points by clicking on that. Then I would need to buy virtual and pledge it. Now, of course, it will not be spent until this ends. This is likely to be spent. You'll get tokens in return proportional to your virtual. Now, your pledged points, I don't know if you will lose it. We will see if we can find out about that, or you'll be able to use it for another event. But now, the good thing about this is you have the opportunity of doing due diligence about the project. So you see the framework is game. This is a framework proprietary to virtuals. It's quite sophisticated in its ability. If you go to this GitHub, you'll see its capability. Okay, so it can retweet, search the internet, browse tweet content from influential users, search tweet by username, post tweet, reply, all this. Okay, and as the project evolves, it can avail of additional functionalities. Now let's go to the website. Assuming you want to do some due diligence, you will need to check the website, also the Twitter, to see what the project is really about, who is behind it. So you have all that time to do just so. Okay, this one, mostly an automated Twitter account. If you want to launch on virtuals, you can use this as an idea of how it posts content and all that. Okay, so now this one, I wouldn't participate, not much to go by. Oh, the website may have more information. Okay, so it offers a chat room with access to different models. I wouldn't participate in this. It's not like rich. This, you can pull off yourself as well. It's not very rich, and again, quite oversubscribed based on what I've seen. So anyway, that's how you do due diligence. Now, pledge your Virgin points to receive an estimated token allocation up to a cap. Wow, this is interesting. 0.5% of the total supply. So basically, the maximum supply that each person can get, whether you're a whale or not, is 0.5% of the total supply, which is interesting. So even though people are committing, this large amount, it's likely that they will be refunded. No, this is not very large. This is like, let's say, $800 plus. So altogether, they are not big allocations. Anyway, max they can get is 0.5% of the total supply. Your final allocation depends on your pledged points relative to the total points pledged. Okay, so this is going to have impact your points pledged. Over pledging increases your chances of reaching the max allocation. If the Genesis launch sucks, so it's likely if you over pledge. So your allocation will be determined by your points pledged, but also by your virtuals committed. So let's say you put $50 worth of virtuals and you want to ensure you get the entire $50, and then you see that so many people here have more points pledged than you. You may want to compete better by pledging more points so that you get your desired allocation. Commit up to 566 virtual to potentially secure your maximum allocation. If participation exceeds expectation, your allocation will be diluted and any excess virtual will be refunded. So like a situation like this, of course, your allocation will be diluted because it's oversubscribed. Commit virtuals, commit up to. Okay, claim your tokens. Go to the agent page once the Genesis launch succeeds to claim your purchase tokens. If the launch fails, all points and virtuals will be refunded. Okay, so now I think I'll leave that to the next video. I'll have to look for the documentation to see if points, or I'll experiment, I'll participate in an event, pledge my maximum points and see if I'll get a refund at the end of the event. Now, interestingly here, it's telling me, I think it has factored in the existing stats, that the suggested virtual to commit is 7.68. Now, in this scenario, I could commit, irrespective of how the token event, the post TGE for this token fares, just to gather data. So I may experiment with this. And in the next video, I'll provide data as to how my expedition fared, whether points were returned and all that. Interesting. I like to see that they are evolving. I believe there will be a new era for AI agents. You know, they are growing more sophisticated now. And I'm just saying this. I will do another video about this. Okay, so I believe there will be a resurgence altogether for AI agents, the nature of Web3 AI as they get more sophisticated, you know. And anyway, this is of worthy note. So I would participate and do another video containing my experience. So you see, not all of them are gaining traction. Anyone that gains traction is a likely, especially if it doesn't get so oversubscribed, is a likely winner. This settles due diligence for you to an extent. There is no situation of wreckage where, because you get a refund basically. In the previous version, many times they don't even allow the token to bond. You know, they basically you know, trade pre-bonding until the token dies, and then you get an entry and you basically cannot come out, stuff like that. Not that you can't sell, but no favorable position to come out. This one is a safety haven, you know. Collective due diligence. This one, obviously, people have done due diligence and decided it's worth it. 1,096 participants in comparison to this one, which has 1 participant and has been open for some hours. This has 13 participants. You also have the luxury of participating altogether, because you know that if it doesn't succeed, you will get a refund as long as your points are not exhausted. Now, thinking of it, I would assume that when you commit your points, it will be exhausted. You know, otherwise, people may just want to, or maybe it will be returned, you know, because you are committing it. So it won't be available on the next project. So, based on what I'm seeing here, I may just participate in this one because looking here, this is another one that is, okay, this succeeded. Let's quickly see this and how it has fared post, you know, post TGE. Hopefully, but this was 6 days ago. This fared well. This is FDV 2.68 million. I think this is current. But I don't know my, maybe because I'm sharing screen, recording my screen, everything is sluggish. So, but this looks good, you know. Because but it was 7x oversubscribed. So let's say, you know, it may have started at say 1 million FDV or something like that. But it does look good. So all this at the bottom failed. So basically per day, a handful of projects, you know, meaning that, you know, I would likely participate in this, you know. Ends 38 minutes. Okay, so let me end this video now. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Before you go, visit airdropc.com and submit your email to subscribe to airdrop reminders. I'm working on 100 airdrop opportunities. Each will have its own publication tutorial. I'm currently working on the publication tutorials for each. When ready, I'll be sending out an email to subscribers containing the 100 airdrops. Contact me using this contact form, this Telegram, and this Twitter. There are a bunch of opportunities in the description. Check them out. Stay awesome. Take action.